You've heard it all. AI is going to save your marketing. AI is going to destroy your brand. AI is cheating. AI is the future. AI will make you sound like a robot. AI will save you 10 hours a week. So which is it? If you've been confused by all the noise around AI, you're not alone. And if you've been quietly wondering whether you should be using it in your business or whether it's a gimmick, then this video is for you. I'm going to give you my honest opinion as a marketer. My name is Jill Fox, and I'm the owner of Fox Social Media. I have been helping businesses, practices, and brands to both market and grow online for 16 years now. And I love having my YouTube channel and my podcast so that I can help all of you as well. So if you're new here, please hit subscribe. And if you've got a small business and you're wondering what to do with this AI stuff, then this video is for you. First, let's be real about what AI is. And AI marketing tools are exactly that. They are tools. So I think a lot of confusion comes from people imagining something way more complicated than reality, or imagining robots doing their ads or speaking for them, or just craziness like that. So these tools can actually do things like write a first draft of a social media post or email, come up with ideas when you're feeling stuck, and they can also summarize long articles into key points, suggest hashtags, tags, headlines, and they can help you to respond to reviews or customer messages when the response requires more detailed information. And that's it. That's most of what we're going to be talking about. It's not magic. It's not robots. It's not your entire marketing operation. So it can generally save you time and make your marketing better. But used wrong, it will make your business sound ultra generic. It will make people shun away, tune out, and it will definitely hurt your reputation. First of all, let me tell you, this will not be complicated. I do not do complicated. We're going to make this super easy like we do on this channel for everything. So here's where AI helps you tremendously. It's so good for these particular things. And one is that I think the hardest part of content creation isn't the writing. Sometimes it's getting started. Sometimes if you sit down to write a caption or email, your brain goes blank. Mine does. Or I go, this is so boring. And so I will put it into ChatGPT, see what ChatGPT comes up with, and then go, I like most of this, but we need to reword this, this, and this because it doesn't sound like me. But it's done most of the hard work, and it's gotten my brain to kick in to get started. AI is incredibly good at solving this. So if you give it a prompt is the question you ask AI when you want it to give you information. So you're going to do something like, and oh, here's another funny thing. So if you say please, it works better. I know that's so weird and bizarre because it's not human, but there have actually been studies that have proven that you get a better response if you say please. I know it's wild. So we're going to say something like this. Write 3 Instagram caption ideas for a local bakery promoting a Saturday morning special, and in 5 seconds, boom, there you go, you have them. So the key is to make sure that AI knows who you are. You're a bakery. They're going to know what you're talking about, what you want to do. Okay, we have a morning special. Now here, you're also going to give it more information. You're going to say, we're located in Boston, and our special is, I don't know, green donuts for St. Patrick's Day. Something like that. You're going to give it a few more details. The more details you give it, the better it's going to do. So I think you're going to actually expand on what I said just a little bit more. Now, you're not going to post this as is. Remember, this is your starting point, and this is a draft. You're going to rewrite it in your own voice. That's what I was talking about earlier. And you're going to add details specific to your business, okay? Where are you located? What time is it? Is there a price you want to share? Different things about your bakery. We've been in Boston for 45 years. There are different things, but the starting point, the information the AI gives you is going to be tremendously helpful in getting you started and save you time. Now, number 2 is showing up consistently. So one of the biggest struggles small business owners have, and quite frankly, I have this terribly with my own social. I'm meticulous with my clients, and then when it comes to me, I'm not as consistent. And isn't that awful? I do this for a living. That's terrible. But, sometimes they'll post 5 times in 1 week when they're feeling motivated, and then they don't post at all for 2 weeks. And being consistent is important. So AI helps you batch content faster. So maybe this same bakery knows that after St. Patrick's Day, they're going to have an Easter special, and then they're going to gear up for a Mother's Day special. So they're going to start promoting, one right after the other. So you're going to give AI this information. You're going to sit down for half an hour. You're going to have it, spit out some information for posts. You're going to tweak them to sound like you and make sure they have the correct information. Then you're going to go to Canva to get an image. So Canva, if you don't know, is a graphic design program for people who have zero graphic design skill. It's super easy. It's got all these templates and can make you an image. You're going to go there. You're going to tell it what kind of image you need. And the link is in the caption and the show notes, so you'll be able to find it. But you go over there, tell it what you need, and it'll create an image for you. And boom, there you have everything. And you can be more consistent doing that way. Maybe you plan your social media posts one afternoon and you plan them all for the next 3 months or something like that. Now, number 3 is repurposing what you already have. So one of the things that you can do is you can take bits of a blog or bits of a video or something like that that's long and create short content out of it. So maybe I took this video and I only use this section right here where I said one of the things you need to do is repurpose your videos and your blog posts by using AI to give you a short post about one section of that information. You can do that. You can ask it to give you a graphic, or you can ask it to, some programs will even give you an image. Like we talked about, Canva is the way to go. If you're saving money, Canva's free. Unless you want to use their, upgraded images, whatever you want to call them. But you created the content once, but AI can help you get like 5 posts out of one blog post or one video like this. So that is a game changer too. Number 4 is customer communication. Now, when somebody writes a review or asks a detailed question that you need to do a little research for, or you want to know how to word better, then this is tremendous. I'll use this quite often for responding to how-to type questions on my YouTube channel. Not that I don't know how to do this stuff, but dang if it doesn't explain it better than me, and it's so much faster. So it's really great for doing that. And again, you tweak it so it sounds like you. You don't want it to sound like AI. You want it to sound like you. But these are the ways to do it. This is what you use it for. So you can see no robots involved. Now, section 3 of this video, we're going to talk about where AI goes wrong. Now, this is the part no one wants to hear, but I need you to hear it because I need you to hear where it can fail. And this is the big one, I think, where it writes so fast that people start using it and just posting it without changing it or reading it. Beware, AI can do something called hallucinate, which means it can give you just a crazy answer that has nothing to do with what you asked for. It's getting better every day, and that's no reason not to use it because it's so useful and helpful and so insanely time-saving. And I'll tell you at the end the 3 platforms I use that are all free. But that's one of the things you've got to be careful about. Not only, let's say all the information's right, you still got to make it sound like you. So you've got to tweak it. You've got to, add in your voice, things like that. So sometimes people get kind of lazy and just pop it up there as is. And then your brand voice kind of starts to disappear. You kind of blend into AI background, essentially. And everything starts to sound a little bit the same. So you've got to be careful with that. So how people tell is it's the same format and it's trying to be formal but friendly, slightly friendly tone. And people are starting to pick up on that. So you want to change it and have some of your own voice in there. And your customers start to kind of feel that and feel it's less personal or less trustworthy. In a world where customers choose small businesses specifically because they want to support a real human, that disconnect can be very costly. AI can write words, but it cannot write your words. So that's your job. Remember that. And problem 2, and here we go, I kind of went over this already, is skipping the fact checking. So I've caught mistakes in things that I've requested, or just marketing advice that I don't agree with or wouldn't give, that I've had to take out and change and use over. That being said, I'm still grateful for AI and the help it gives me, but it's my job to proofread it. It's my job to change it to make sure it sounds like me and it is the advice that I would give. So don't skip over the fact checking. Make sure you read it really carefully. Problem 3 is over animating your personality away. And when you start using, the animated video, or sorry, not animated, but the AI videos and the AI voices and the AI backgrounds, a lot of people do use that successfully. I don't like it. I think that we are going to get to the point where the people who are human win. The businesses that are human win. I strongly believe that. I mean, we've already gone through COVID where people were isolated from each other. We already live in a world of, a lot of social media and online where you're literally at home talking to someone through a computer, but not face to face quite often. So I think that businesses that aren't human are going to lose. And, this is cool. That's a cool video. That's great, but I want a business who is human, where there's a human behind it. So I think that is the biggest mistake. Not everyone's going to agree with me. I'm going to tell you right now, this is my opinion, and this is how I see things happening over time. Yeah, this is cool, then it fades. Because nobody wants to live in a world without humans and human interaction. In section 4, I want to talk about the simple framework. So what do you do? How do you use AI? Well, here's the advice I give my clients. Think of AI as a marketing assistant, not a marketing manager. So they're helping you, but you wouldn't let your assistant run your business. And maybe someday they'll be amazing and wonderful once they gain the experience, but right now they're not at that level. So you're not going to let them do that. And a good assistant will help you do a better job and draft things and brainstorm and handle repetitive tasks, but you're still in charge. You oversee everything. You make the final call. You use your personality and your judgment, and that's what you need to do with AI. So step 1, here's the thing. The better the prompt, the better your output. Now remember, a prompt is strictly the question you ask or the information you give AI. So you're going to want to make sure it knows who you are. So who your business is, what your business is, who you serve, what your product or service is, where you're located, if it's not an online business. What are you trying to convey? Try to put as much of that in there as you can. What are you looking for? What do you want it to write? What's the post for? Is it for social media? Is it for an ad? You put all that information in and you are going to get a way better response. Also, treat the output as a rough draft. Now, you can read it and you're going to go, oh gosh, I totally forgot to tell it this. So then you go underneath the answer and you type in, please rewrite this to include, or to change the tone to more friendly, or to really put the emphasis on this. And then it comes up again. And you read it again and you say, let me see, did I forget anything? Do I want the tone different? Do I want it to mention something? Then you read it out loud and hear what it sounds like. And when you do that, once it's gotten the information correct, then you're going to put your personality in it. You're going to tweak, some of the sentences, the words. The one thing I love the way it does generally is lay things out in logical order. I'm very right-brained, so if you ask me a question, my brain goes like this. It's everywhere. It wants to go in 10 directions, so it keeps me more organized. But make sure you do that and make sure it's accurate. So the bottom line here. So should your business use AI for marketing? 100% absolutely, with your oversight. AI is not a magic button. It's not replacing your marketing. It's just a marketing tool. And it is insanely useful and helpful. And it can save you so much time, you won't believe it. It'll help you stay consistent, and it makes the creative process less painful. On those days, those days where you just can't spit out the 3 sentences you need for a caption for a post or whatever it might be, this is going to help you tremendously. But it works best when you are in control. You are the oversight. You are the judgment maker. You make the final call. And when you use it as a starting point, not a shortcut, and when you make sure your voice stays involved in your relationship with your customers or clients, stays front and center, it is incredibly helpful. So what not to do, in my opinion, is make all your videos with AI, with an AI background, an AI person, and an AI voice. I don't think that's a good idea. And clients and customers would much rather see you in your office, at work, in reality. They'd much rather see human and reality than a Hollywood AI production. So keep that in mind as well. Because at the end of the day, people don't buy from businesses or algorithms or AI personalities. They buy from humans that they know and trust. And AI can help you show up and do a better job too, but make sure you stay in control. And if this video has helped clear up any of the confusion for you, please give it a thumbs up. And it genuinely helps this video get more reach if you do so. And if you would like to get our free resources, we have, 5 or 6 or so, please go to foxsocialmedia.com. On the top menu line, you'll see a button called Free Resources. You click that, get anything and everything you want. Everything's free. And I think those resources will greatly help you to market your business as well. And thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.